Good morning, everyone. Praise Jesus. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Another beautiful day indeed for us. We glorify the Lord for filling us with the gift of life to see this beautiful day. So for today, we are going to do the last subtopic of our main topic, the bitter fruits. Throughout, those who have been with me through the walk together of bitter fruits, we have seen several consequences and problems related to engaging in sex before marriage. The problems brought along to young mothers, problems brought along to young parents, and now for today we will be seeing the main thing, curiosity. Mainly sex before marriage by young people is mainly done due to curiosity. Unataka kujua what is this big thing that is spoken about. Many people ukiwaambia wangoje sex before marriage watakuwa like, but why shouldn't you try out sex before you get married? What is the main reason? I mean, ukinunua gari lazima utest kwanza ndio ujue kama ni mzuri. What we don't understand here is that we are human beings. Women are not a merchandise that you can come and test. Ukiona like hakubambi unamtupa tu. Like women are not a tool, women are not assets, women are not gadgets that you can come and try and test to see if it is fit for you. Remember that you are looking for a life partner and not a sex partner. You are looking for someone to love and to cherish, not someone just to use and use, like si mtu mwenye tu utatumia tu na yeye, si mtu mwenye tu utajienjoy na yeye. You are looking for a partner who you will spend the rest of your life with. Many young people tend to question that sex before marriage is appropriate. I mean, come on. I want to know what this is spoken about. Nini inaongelelewa? And I also want to know the partner that I am going to marry or that I want to marry. Isikuwe ati nitamuoa alafu tupate sex problems hapo mbele. What most people do not know, for a couple that has been married, it might even take days or weeks or even a few months before they engage sexually. That is if kama wote, like for the girl she is a virgin and for the man he has not slept with anyone or engaged into any sexual activity with anyone. But as long as they love and cherish each other, adikayaje, it will still be a special moment for them, or they will be gifting each other something new. Furthermore, you might think the experience you experienced during illicit sex is like what you're going to experience when you get like into marriage, which is very wrong. If your illicit sex was like, if this sexual intercourse you engaged in before you get married, if it was like a very bad experience for you, utafikiria pia into marriage it is also that. So that is the reason why hakuna haja ya engage into sex before marriage, because even you'll be carried by the fear and guilt of having to do something, or because you did something just so as to enjoy yourself or to prove something or out of curiosity. Furthermore, the price that you are going to have to pay or what you will lose by engaging into sex before marriage is not worth what, like chenye utapoteza haina haja. Like those few minutes of pleasure, those few days, those few months of pleasure, si worth it kupoteza like your dignity. They are not worth it. Kwa sababu just because you are curious of something. We are supposed to understand one thing. When we say that sex is for people who are married, engaging into sexual intercourse with people who are married, because it is something sacred. It is not something that God, like this is something that was created to be there, we are made for companionship, we are made to procreate. But the thing is that sisi tunaibeba in another way. We are doing it for enjoyment, not out of love and cherishing. That's why we are lacking the patience to wait. And as we had seen earlier, kuna mashida mingi sana zinakuja. Sex, especially to us, the female gender. Even the male kuna mashida, age diseases and everything, but even for us the female it affects us the most. Kwa sababu we saw like the problems facing a young mother, we saw the problems facing a lady, we saw even the types of diseases that all of us, both genders, can get in. What is the reason for you to like risk all of it when you can just say no? Be a good person. Let your curiosity go down. Don't be pushed by what people say. Usifuate maneno ya watu. Usiallow your curiosity kufanya ufanye kitu utaishi kuchukia, like you will regret it in the near future, because it can also affect your marriage, like we had spoken before. So here in these bitter fruits, because this is the end of the chapter of bitter fruits, We have seen how sex before marriage affects us all, how it like disrupts our future, how it can make us like to go slow, how it can like really damage us, how it can break us. When all we can do is just say no, when all we can do is just pray to God, work with the right people, ask God for His guidance, ask God to fill us with the Holy Spirit so that it can fill us with the gift of self-control. Because this is something that we can control. We are human beings. We have hormones and everything, but we also have a God, a true God who we can always seek. He says, when you seek Him, you will find Him. Seek God. Kwa sababu hizi vitu zote, even in as much as you might want to prevent yourself from engaging in sex before marriage, kama hauna Mungu, it is going to be a very difficult task. Because God will fill you with enough strength to be able to say no, to be able to overcome all the curiosity, to be able to overcome all the emotions, and be able to choose the right path. Even if no one is following it, you will still decide to follow it. So we will be continuing. As from Friday, we will start a new chapter. Now here we will start talking about the major diseases that attack a person when they engage in sex before marriage. As we have seen, we have gone through the whole chapter of bitter fruits, and this is the end of it, and I really hope we meet next time so as to begin another new chapter. Thank you.